Hi everybody, it's Trina. It's going on 1 month tomorrow since I had my surgery. As I went live with every day discussing my surgery because I wanted people to know the truth. I wanted people to know what you actually go through from the time you walk in to what happens in the hospital with the doctor, the consult, post surgery, our staff coming in, and just in general know what to expect. Everybody's different. I would love if y'all healed as quickly as I am, but you got to start doing what I do. I mean, it's not something that comes just one, two, three. But I'm starting to share more and more what I do, why it happens easier for me. And same thing when I had my babies. It was less than an hour from the time the first twinge to the baby coming out. Some were 45 minutes. And you say, what did I do? It was nothing my sisters did, nothing my mother did. It's here, it's the mental, it's the physical, it's all together. So you remember someone recently said in a video, it's your mind. It's what your heart space is. It's what you're eating. It's what you're putting into your body. How quickly are you? How much oxygen do you have in your body? That means from how many greens are you eating a day? And if you're not eating vegetables, are you doing super greens, which are concentrated powder? And I do a lot of that because I don't have time sometimes to grab 8 million vegetables. So I do these super green powders, spirulina. I do it in my protein powder. I do maca. I do selenium. I do collagen. I do potent liposomal vitamin C. I do a lot, and actually I'm gonna do a little video on that. I'm just waiting for them to arrive because I go through a lot. And if you can just do swigs of this stuff, cod liver oil. How many of you are doing a tablespoon of cod liver oil a day? That's pure vitamin A going into your body. So many people are deficient in vitamin A. I said that in the last video. 80% of Australians are deficient in vitamin A. Now think about that. That's number one wound healing. 80% because you use sunscreen. I, in general, don't use a lot of sunscreen. You say, well, why does your skin look so good? I do peels. I have been doing peels all my life. Well, since 30, my mom got me on lactic acid and glycolic. But you remember, that's not tech, that's just visual. It's, you still see my skin on my eyes still isn't sagging, and I've never done my eyes. And the way my body is, it's because your skin is an organ, largest organ. Whatever's going on inside is reflection through your skin, besides sunspots and that type of thing, because that's a reflection off the sun. But then remember, you guys, your skin tells me everything on what's going on inside. So we got to get that body strong inside, and that means lots of oxygen, breathing, exercising, meditation, a good healthy gut. Do you know what that means with the probiotics and prebiotics? So many people have no idea. Everything starts, your brain starts in your stomach. Alzheimer, they just have released a new study. Alzheimer, they find people are deficient from leaky gut of a certain enzyme, and they're not getting they're getting inflammation in their brain. All these things all start in the gut, including your soul. Your brain activity, your immune system, everything's in the gut. So if you're just eating crap all day, stripping your stomach and your probiotics are off, your skin shows that, your liver shows that, so many things are just going wrong. And then, it can be dementia next. So it's important that you get your probiotics in order. I do 500 billion when I come off these antibiotics. So I'm not going to mess around with that. All it takes is you getting your antibiotics messing up your stomach. Then you start putting on weight. Your stomach goes out, and that's when you get that heart gassy feeling, or your stomach hurts. So your stomach's out of whack. Your body is a really beautiful piece of chemistry. And when all those minerals work together and you're in tune to it and you're in charge of it and you're driving that body, it works beautifully for you. It's when you neglect it, you don't take care of it, you don't eat right, you don't exercise right, you don't take the right supplements, you don't take superfoods, and you're just eating a crap diet. What do you think is going to happen? You think that body's just going to, you will live off growth hormones for a bit, but eventually it goes bad. And it might not see it now, but it shows up in hormones, it shows up in thyroid. Remember what I told you? Your thyroid, 80% of its function comes from the liver. So when women start getting all these thyroid disease, it's just your liver's out. Get your liver in order. Everything just goes out of whack. When the hormones start going out of whack, the liver goes, it's because everything's stressed, not eating right, not exercising right, the gut's not right. So you got to get the gut right, get all those probiotics in order, get the right nutrients in you, and start just cleansing all day long, getting greens in all day long, liquids in all day long, and I don't mean wine. Get it in so you flush it, just like you flush a carburetor, is it right? It's been a while. I used to know how to fix cars a long, long time ago when I had my first Volvo and I kept breaking down. But you need to flush your system out, get that stomach really clean, get those probiotics in order. Go on a cleanse, go on an intermittent cleanse. Don't start eating until 12. Just do some, I do a whole thing of celery in the morning and a lemon and through the juicer, drink it all. Then I'll go into a protein powder, super greens, and my other stuff, which I'm going to show you later. Then I start eating around 12 or 1 and I get really hungry. I'm like, ah! But then I'll go into a lean chicken. I eat a lot of ceviche, raw fish. I do love it. And you know, I eat burgers. I do. I eat some, I can be really, really naughty. I like my sweets too, but I'm such a good eater that it makes up for it. So, as soon as that stuff comes, we're going to talk more about it. Today I want to talk a little bit more about when you come up for, you know, when you go to Thailand for your surgery. You're there usually 2 weeks. Some people are there 3 weeks, some are 4, some are in 8 weeks, depending how many surgeries. And while you're with us, everything's always healing really beautifully, and we take care of you. And sometimes when you come home, you're going to see clear stitches. Now, we have it on the surgery guide, we have it everywhere, but people sometimes don't read it. I want to go over this again. Clear stitches are dissolvable stitches, and they're inside, and they go away in a few months. They hold the integrity, keep the wound healed. The superficial ones are the ones that come out. They're the dark ones, and sometimes they get angry. These, you know, it's like an ingrown hair. They start poking out. They might have been stretched, or they, you know, like people behind their ears start getting it. They come home, they're wearing masks, they're wearing sunglasses, sometimes putting makeup on, and their wounds will start getting angry, and then they'll start puckering, and the stitch is trying to come out. So still, just put some saline on it, trim it with nail clippers or a really sharp scissor. Try not to cut your hair off. And put your Benadine back on it. Try to keep stuff off the back of the ears the first several weeks, because that's the tension from your neck. Imagine you're pulling that neck and jawline up behind your ears and back. All that is hard pressure. You just can't do little baby stitching. It has to be strong to hold the integrity of that lift up. So it's more this here is more behind the ears. Here is going down behind into the base of the neck. Another thing is competitors, or they think they are. I don't like you guys to put me in that same, I don't like it. Anyway, they're promising full facelifts when you go, but yet they're not. Are full facelifts. It's very important for you to understand the difference, and most doctors are the same. Full facelift just means here and your neck. Now what they're doing, a lot of the competitors, is saying full facelift, and they're just bringing your neck up a little bit behind your ears, but they're not going down and repairing all the muscles and bringing it way back. We're just doing a little bit, so it just cleans up the tidiness under your jawline. And most of them do not include the temporal lift. And the temporal lift is the most important thing for a younger person, actually. The first place a younger person drops are right here and here. And if you don't do this part, this is when you start noticing someone's had a facelift, because things are abnormal, or they pull too tight in the wind tunnel. We don't do any of that either. So they're not doing this part, and you get over there and they're charging for a brow lift, and they're putting these hideous scars above your brows and lifting here. That's only for people that have really low foreheads and it's really wrinkly, and I think we've done 2 in our 10 years. I really don't want to do them. We do a nice temporal lift, so it brings it up here, hides it in the hair. Then, if we need, we take a little bit of hooded off. I haven't had my eyes done because I have nice space. I don't have that droopy skin. But most women, by the time they hit 45, especially 50, they start getting hooded here and wrinkled here, and it starts folding over. So if you grab it here, that helps a little bit, right? And then you just take it in the crease, a natural crease. They'll remove a little itsy bitsy skin. Australian doctors don't do a very good job doing this, so they sometimes leave the eyes sitting too wrong. But we're not going to do a lot. We're not taking anything over here off. That's just lifting a little bit your temporal. None of that. That can't. You're still going to have to do Botox for that if you have those problems. Remember, under eye lifts have nothing to do with crow's feet. They're just removing the fat pads and redraping the skin because the skin starts to drop. So if we can lift it a little bit, we'll try to lift that up. Don't do anything under the neck unless you need liposuction. There's no, a bad surgeon cuts through here. We don't do it. It's all entered through this part of the face, and all the muscles are repaired. Good surgeons don't enter this way. So yeah, just know what you're getting yourself. If you're trying to save $4,000 when they say, and you get there and they're adding on another 4 or 5, and you never got the proper job, then I don't know what to say. I'm trying to save you, ladies and men. Just listen to me. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to. You come back. I'm not going to. I want you to have the proper surgery. And if someone's able to ever beat our price, I find that very interesting. I have never seen it. I have never seen it. And that's with me having an Australian company and full-time salaries here and full-time salaries there, because we're not using the hospitals direct. We're using the doctor, the team. So when I say something, trust it, because I only want you happy. I know everybody says that, but really, come on, it's been 10 years. You know what we do. Okay, so I want everybody to take out insurance. We always say it. We say it's not mandatory, but you don't, unless you're rich and you can't afford, if something goes wrong, you get a clot or something, weigh that up. Australians can pay $500, $400, $700, whatever, to get this insurance, and it pays for clots. Travel insurance, a lot of times, if it's unrelated to the surgery, but the global is really good because anybody in the world can get it, but it is expensive. But they pay for bringing you back if something went wrong with breast, if something goes wrong, they take care of all that, and that's pretty cool. But most of you don't have that money, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. Let me tell you something, girls. That full facelift that you keep seeing on these women, they cost $55,000 in Australia. I think in the U.S. about 25 for this caliber. U.S. dollars, 25,000 Australian. For this caliber of a plastic surgeon, and reconstructive and plastic surgery is $55,000 for a day, to go in for the day and come home and no one take care of you, and that's it, done. And you say, well, there's such a difference. Well, there's very few surgeons of this caliber in the first place. They know how to perform the proper that are doing this, this, and this. And they do skin removal, some of them, and they'll do piecemeal, or maybe they'll do here, or that's when you can tell the difference on a woman when the neck's really bad and she's just done here, or she's done here and she's left this and here. Vertigo restore is the most important because it's most natural, because it's covering this much of your face. And in other news, the biggest demographics we're doing now are women in their early 40s. You say, oh, that's too young. Well, that's right. And if you notice, before I started, I only had a little bit in my neck and stuff. You do it before you start getting sloppy. Yes, we can do it later. But if you do it, yes, you're going to do it every 6 to 10 years. Botox is how much? It's crazy. Botox and fillers. I'm still going to have to do some Botox, though. It's just not as much. Fillers, you can get away with. I never do fillers. I think most you should add fat to your face. It's not a big major difference, but it definitely will help plump up things a bit. It's not like fillers. It just helps with a little bit of volume. I would definitely add that in. Most of you need your eyes done. I definitely would add that in. Yeah, but they're very natural. You see, my face looks really good. Even my mouth is pretty much cleaned up. I still have a little bit of swelling right here, but it's all gone down, my little meat. My stomach looks really super duper. It's just I'm waiting for the last of the bruising. They put these 2 sexy lines. I told you they didn't fix my actual stomach. It's my belly button. It's my stomach. I didn't have any regular lipo. I just had those two sexy lines and a little bit on the top. And that definition hit every muscle of my stomach and just made it swollen. It's black and blue, so I have two bruises. I want to wait till the bruises, and I'm going to show you my tummy. Oh, hands. Still a little bit where the fat is. So it's still coming down, but it looks, I think, pretty. I'm lucky I don't have arthritis, so I have really good hands. And so now, really good. I think so. Still a little swollen. I think by 2 months I should look pretty darn good. What do you think? Anyways, I want you to look at surgery as just icing on the cake. I want everybody's health in order. I want everybody's mind in order. I want, if you're going there and you're on depression and you don't operate well by yourself, you're smoking, you're drinking, you have a bad diet, I don't want you to come. It's too much work for us. It's too many problems. I don't need it. We're already booked out solid. To get a spot with us is very special. So I definitely think for you ladies that are interested in the months ahead, you should start booking now. It's getting crazy. But yeah, use surgery as just as the icing on the cake. Get yourself healthy. Get so you love being by yourself. I mean, really love it. That actually people irritate you. That must be me. People say, "Oh, you don't spend." I go to the gym every day, but I don't do a lot of going out with my kids a lot. But because I'm with you guys all day via, how many times I speak to a client on a daily basis. You can't imagine how much one-on-one I give each client, continuous, and some even baby low healing talk. And it's really way too much for a company, but for now, I'm okay. Ellie's trying to wean me off because with the health resort, I can't be working at this pace. Ellie and I are both like, did we eat today? Do you know? It's just way too much. But yeah, no, it's really exciting. I'm excited about everything. Everything's just so great. The results are great. Doctor, I just want to eat them up, both of them. I mean, Dr. Theopong, knows mine. Yeah, I just love them. Anyway, everything's really good, and we're just going more powerful every day. I just want to get it to the point that you girls and gentlemen, you take responsibility of your bodies, have all your insurances in order, all your stuff in order, and be prepared. You're going to be sore for a few days. Know that. Drug up. Go back night-night. I have had clients last week that don't even make a peep, and I love that. And you saw me. I had clients writing me, I know you just had your surgery training, but can you answer this question? I go, yeah, I can't see it. I'm trying to grab my eyeglasses. And I still answer. I never had a time off to myself. But yet, so think a little bit. I'm not saying it's just not, it's abnormal. You went to a surgeon in Sydney. You went and asked for their time all day long. You go to a travel agent, you don't ask them to help you all day long. You go to a hospital, you don't ask for the hospital for them all day long. So just realize it's a gift when I am in touch with you, and to appreciate it, because it's not part of a normal service with anybody. I've been watching companies. There's one of these clinics, the girl that works there, she says every day there's several people, they're having banshees at the front desk, everybody's complaining about what happened, their surgeries are wrong, their support's wrong, they don't pick them up at the airport. She was Trina, can you please take care of these people? And well, we will, and then they have follow-up. But the point is, you're very safe with us. Just appreciate it. Don't abuse it. It's a big deal to be with us, and especially me being an intuitive energy healer. It's very special because once you come into my circle of love, it's always good. And the doctor, I'm very protective of him, and all of us. We're all healers in one way or another. And when I was talking to Dr. Theopong lately, I said, boy, we're good, aren't we? Because, Trina, you do a lot of it too. I said, well, I don't do it, but you do it. But he goes, no, we design together, we mold you. Ellie works with you in nutrition. Savannah's coming up this week. We're all working with you so you can become your best, and then giving you the best tools to become your best. So appreciate that. Start making that happen. And today, make that first day, my God, I can have the best life I want starting today, no matter whatever crap was going on. Stop using it as an excuse. Doesn't matter. It's all back there. Let's look forward and just start seeing that beautiful light and love within ourselves, Never look to outwards for help. Look inside. Look to yourself, because we hold the most powerful magic inside. And that's all life is about. It's just not going to learn something, it's just remembering who we are, because our souls are powerful little magic balls. And we come into this earth, and our only job is to remember how powerful we are, to take the veil off and realize we can make anything happen once we believe again. So keep your thoughts high, loving, forgiving when people are bratty to you, which is a lot. And just keep forgiving and realize people might not have the tools to do the right thing, or accept that. Forgive them, love them, put boundaries up. All right. Love you guys. Talk soon.